everyone, my name is Ann Gause and I am a prover with the amazing company Pruvit, and I have been with them now for 3 months. I get this question a lot, and so I decided just to go ahead and make a video so that I can share it when people ask me. But for those of you that know, I came over from Beachbody and I had been with them for 3 years, and I learned a ton about myself and a lot about life. And I feel very blessed to have had that opportunity, but it was definitely time to move on. And the one thing that I get asked a lot is how this company is different. How, what my biggest differences are that I've noticed. And so I came up with my top 5 differences that have made the biggest difference and impact in my life from a lot of different standpoints, from just mentally to friendship to compensation to time that I've been able to spend with my family. So anyway, number 1, the biggest thing that I have noticed is I don't even want to say the biggest, because the top 5 things are just amazing. They're all amazing. So the number 1 thing I would say is the time. I was absolutely exhausted by the time I left Beachbody. I had been with the organization for almost 3 years, so my team was fairly large. And the larger my team got, the less time I was giving myself and my family, which was the complete opposite of what I was trying to do. I was trying to create more freedom for my family, and I wanted to spend more time with them. And so as the team got bigger and I was just creating content and having, all of these groups and all of these calls, I found that my time was really limited and becoming shorter because I do have a day job also. So the number 1 thing I would say is the groups. I got to the point in Beachbody where I was running a multitude of groups. I would be running a group for my challenge group. I would be running a second challenge group if my team had not hit Success Club. I was running a free group to try to get new customers to come in so they could see the things that I was offering. I was running mentor groups, so I was running a new coach training group every single month for new coaches that came into my organization. I was running different leveled groups to help those people in different levels throughout my organization. So I would be running pushes to diamonds, and I would be running pushes to emeralds, and I would be running, push next level leadership, and I would just be on group overload. And then when the end of the month came, I literally wanted to crawl in a hole because I couldn't believe the month was starting over again and I was going to have to do these groups all over again. So that has been the best thing. I have felt so much less stress with all of those groups gone. I was told in Beachbody at one point that my organization was getting big enough that I should get an assistant, and I should have that assistant run my challenge groups, which is what a lot of coaches do. And everybody runs their business differently, and that's totally fine. But for me, I didn't want somebody going in there and just answering questions that really were mine and whatever. So I was very hands-on with my business, and that was just causing a lot of my time. It was just taking so much time. So number 1, groups for sure. Those are all gone. With Pruvit, we are launching some new products where we are going to have an actual group, but it is company-led. Like company-led. So the company leads the group. We actually have a doctor in that group with there to help answer questions, and it's just really a support and accountability group that is 1 time a month, and we haven't even started that yet. The first one launches February 11th, and we'll be doing that monthly. So we just add our people in there and help support them, and that's it. So that is an amazing thing. Other than that, we do not run groups. We help them on a personal level, which is great. And I just find that I have a lot of time. Number 2 is the calls. So when I was with Beachbody, I was again doing crazy amounts of calls. So I would have new coaches come in and I would be doing a call with them. I would be doing calls with my coaches that have been with me for a while to help them get to the next level. I was doing calls with people who were interested in the business opportunity. I was doing calls in my new coach mentorship. I was doing Zoom calls with the people in my challenge group. I was just on the phone a lot. And it was, again, taking a lot of my time. So with Pruvit, you are not doing nearly as many calls because you don't have the groups. So I do get on the calls with my promoters that kind of need that one-on-one. But I work with them a lot in our team page and also in a chat group. So I find that I don't need to get on the phone that much, but when I want to, I do, and when they need me, I do. I'm not doing team calls once a week because the company Pruvit is leading those calls, which is amazing. So, I used to run a team call every single week, and it was very hard for me to find new content and talk to them and try to instill all this motivation and power with them. And it was just taking up a lot of my time. And like I said, I have a day job. And so, I was giving up a night and evening with my kids, and my husband traveled a lot. And so my kids would try to jump in on those phone calls, and it wasn't always pretty. And sometimes I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. So now that Pruvit does all of our calls, and we have a call every single day called a huddle call that is 30 minutes long. It is quick, it is to the point, and it gives you some amazing things to take away with your business and helps to fire you up. And then we have the state of play call that the CEO actually does weekly, and then we get on the phone when we feel like it. So it's just night and day, and you continue to feel inspired, and you just feel like, again, you have so much stress off of your shoulders. So the number 1 was groups. Number 2 was calls. Number 3 for me would be the online system and the push notifications. So we have an amazing back office that is streamlined. It is very easy to see. You know exactly what you need to do in order to earn certain things. So you know exactly what you need to do in order to earn certain bonuses, and how to hit certain ranks. And we have these bars that are yellow, and you need to turn them green. And when you click on it, it literally tells you exactly what you need to turn that green. So there's no guessing about what you need to do. There's no check this 18,000 times to make sure that everything lines up. Like, it's just there. It's just black and white, and it's very easy. The online system is just amazing. Everything is in the cloud, so they really do not pay a million people to be in customer service. Our customers kind of take care of themselves in their own account. So if they want to change their flavor or their smart ship date or anything with their products, they can go in and log in and do that themselves. And we really kind of are the customer service for them. So if they have any issues, they just let us know, but they really don't have that many issues because our shipping is so amazing also. The online system is just, like I said, streamlined, very easy to use. And then the push notifications, we actually have what we call a Pulse app, which is on our phone, and that is gold. It tells you every single time one of your customers makes a purchase, your phone rings, you know that it went through. There's no checking your back office 15,000 times to make sure to see if somebody signed in. And there's reminders in there for calls. There are reminders in there to let you know when certain things are. It lets you know when all of your team members have hit certain ranks or have achieved different milestones, so that you can go ahead and shout them out. So really the guesswork is kind of taken out for you. Again, with that online system, I remember signing in all the time to see what my Success Club points were and to make sure everything was lining up. There's no Success Club points here. It is so nice. Again, I am not stressed at all about making sure that I have certain points each month. I don't have to worry about holding my rank so that somebody else has their rank held. I don't have to worry about pushing people underneath me to hold a certain rank. Everything here is based on volume. And so if somebody decides on my team to check out for a year, it doesn't really affect me. So it's just very, very nice and very refreshing to not have to feel like I'm dragging people, or, to feel that stress every single month to hit certain numbers. We don't do those boards, where we have these boards to make sure that everyone's hitting their numbers. We don't do that because that's just stressful. So while it's nice and we do recognize people in different ways, we have found that is kind of stressful. So we don't have that. The number one thing that I have noticed, there's two more honestly, but the number one thing that I have noticed is the compensation plan is completely different. We do not have anything like a leg system like this. It's not binary. And so we're not building both sides where we actually don't get too much from this side. Everything is like this. So every single thing underneath you, you're getting paid on. Everything is volume. So everything under you, all of your promoters, all of your promoters, all of your promoters' customers, all of your customers, every single thing that goes on below you goes through you, and you get paid on that. There are bonuses that even I still don't understand or know, because there are just so many different ways to earn that I kind of gave up after looking at page 25. Like, there's just so many ways to earn, and the company cuts back on so many other different things to make sure that they just ensure that you're getting paid well and fairly. And I know a lot of times, people get nervous thinking that they're going to make money first coming in, and then there's not going to be anything. That's not the way this is set up. It's very refreshing to know that you don't have to place people a certain way. You don't have to maneuver things. You don't have to keep promoters active in order for you to keep a certain rank. It's just very easy and seamless. So again, that has just been amazing, and I'm earning exactly pretty much what I was making after 3 years of Beachbody with 3 months of Pruvit, and I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. And last but certainly not least, this was a huge thing for me, was the events. I really felt like in Beachbody I found kind of a community that I really loved and admired and really enjoyed those events. My husband traveled a lot. I really enjoyed having that time to travel myself and kind of get away and have something that was my own. And so I was afraid that this community wouldn't own up to what I was used to. And what I found after going to my first event last weekend, that it actually blew anything I've ever been to out of the water. I am so encouraged and uplifted and amazed by the events that Pruvit puts on. The people, it's just absolutely insane. Like, everybody is just so nice. There's no cliques, there's no drama, there's no nothing. There's no roped off seating, there's no top 10 anything, there's no this person is a celebrity. It is not like that at all. It's very, very important to the CEO that the corporate and the field don't have really a dividing line. He wants corporate to be in the field and field vice versa. He wants there to be open lines of communication so that we can continue to make changes and do the best that we can. And there's none of this, of course we're inspired by people who have ranked and have done an amazing job in this company, but it's not like they're just normal people. It's just a totally different vibe, and it's kind of hard to explain. So the event, I felt like for the first time in a long time, I walked away with my cup completely not just filled but running over. I really got to the point where I wanted all of my friends and family to be at this event with me. I got that much out of it, not just at a scientific and research level because of our products and the things that is proven scientifically to be going on with our products, but just the amount of, time and energy they put into some of the speakers they got in there for us. I mean, the mindset piece of it, the belief, the leadership, the coaching, they just put so much into it that I literally did not want to go. I did not want to go, and I just wanted to live in that little bubble forever. So, some of the leadership opportunities and the coaching events that they have lined up for us, and just the different events that will be going on this year, is just blowing me out of the water. I wish I could get to all of them, and and I hope to get to as many as I possibly can, because I just feel like they are worth every single penny, and you leave there a changed and different person for sure, for the better. So I am inspired and reinvigorated and just feel absolutely blessed and thankful to be part of Pruvit. And I know that's a question that gets asked to me a lot. How are they different, and what are my top things that I would say is the biggest difference within the company? And those are definitely in my top 5. So if you have any questions that I didn't answer through this, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to talk to you.